Daughters age range from 2 years old up to 17. My oldest will be 18 tomorrow.
Hey, man, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
I like that, man. So how old were you when you first had your first kid?
My first kid was my Amelia. Actually, my oldest daughter is not my biological, but she is my daughter, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Talk to me about that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So my wife and I, we've been together 10 years now. 10 years, probably a couple of weeks ago, actually. 10 years, and when we first met, obviously she had a kid and a little girl. Then she was 7 years old. Jalasia, our oldest. So we got together. Obviously, we became a family. A few months later, we got pregnant with my next daughter, who's 9 years old now, Amelia. We call her EJ, and and the family just kept growing from there.
Yeah, because you know, with that though, you having her having the first child already, and you know, a lot of guys, that's a red flag, or a lot of guys don't know how to deal with that. Now, how did you go about like dealing with how was the relationship with the father? Was her father around? Did you have to have any problems with that guy? Because you know I'd be, you trying to raise my daughter? You know, like how did that work out?
It was none of that. He's never been in the picture. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna act like it was all, peaches and cream, because that definitely wasn't the case. It was definitely some challenges at the beginning. Us coming together and them two being together, and then it's me, and then, Jalasia felt like he trying to come in, take my mom from me. So she was putting up a little bit of fight. So it was a challenge there, but we worked through it, man. We worked through it, and now if you ask anybody, that's mine, and if somebody asks about me, you know what I mean? She said the same.
And that's all it's supposed to be, man.
Absolutely.
It's for the children. I like they didn't actually be here. And like my father always told me that, because I got like a similar situation.
Right.
He always told me a child needs a father or a mother regardless. Biological or not, it doesn't matter. You just step up and be there for that kid. So
after her is my Madison, my butterfly, my energy, my butterfly, my unicorn, whatever she want to be for the day. Sometimes she want to be a rose. She's just so different, man. So different kind of kid, and she is 7.
Okay.
She's 7.
And then you got the baby.
My baby girl, little Parker.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of energy.
All right. Now you got a big gap from 18 to 2.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me the difference the difference in parenting from a father point of view, the different age ranges? Like, you got one that's about to be 18, you could speak to her about, more adult things.
Right.
Then at the same time, the baby may run in the room and you got to handle her too. So
right.
how do you handle that?
It takes a lot of energy and focus. I'll tell you that. Like, for example, when we have talks as a family, like just not too long ago, I had to talk with my daughters about, things that's going on with the family. So it'd be one big talk for everybody. Then, okay, girls, you guys go in the room. Now, Jalasia get more of what's actually going on. So you got to kind of decipher, who's going to get what kind of information. So you don't want to give the little ones too much, worry them and freak them out. So definitely make sure I'm giving the information accordingly.
You ever had a conversation about boys yet with those or something?
We have had a conversation.
How'd that go, man?
It went.
I know that could be tough, because as a dad, you probably be like, man, I'll kill one of these little mugs. But how do you even go about that? Because it's inevitable. They're going to get to the age where sex involved, kissing. As a father, how do you approach that, man? Because it's not, as much as we want to, I'm going to do something to this guy. Whatever. You can't do it. You got kids by mom, so you did it yourself. Right?
Hey.
So how did you handle that, man? How do you handle that topic? How do you even approach that?
Well, I'll just give you the rundown. Because obviously she'll be 18 tomorrow. She didn't really start having friends or anything like that until probably 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
And she has a friend now to be tell you give you an idea what's going on. So the situation came up. She let me know one day she had a friend, and it was shocking to me because I never expected it. Never expected it. I mean, obviously she's coming of age now and things like that, but I was still blindsided by it. Completely blindsided. And she actually told me about it because of a dream that I had about her, which was really weird. So I had this dream one night that she was dating a female. She went off to college and she was dating a female. So I woke up like, hey, I think Jalesia gay. Like, it was weird. It was weird. It was real weird. She was like, what? No, no way, because she had an inside scoop already. You know, she didn't really want to tell me about it. She wanted Jalesia to tell me. So that dream brought up an opportunity for her to tell, you know, Jalesia, our oldest, like, hey, this is going on. It's an opportunity. You've been waiting for the time.
Now drop it to him now.
Now's the time.
His guard, his defense is down.
Right. So my wife, Julia, she set it up kind of perfectly, you know, I'm not going to lie. She played it like she didn't know anything was going on. She said, maybe you should talk to her about this dream that you had that she was gay. So she was playing both sides of the field. So I went in there, I went into Jalesia's room. I'm like, hey, you know, I had this dream, and you know, and then you were gay. And she said, well, I'm not gay. Okay, so I'm like, hey, cool. Either way, I love you anyway. You know what I mean? No big deal. But she was like, but I like somebody. I'm like, I'm like, yeah. So I was stunned. I was shocked by it, and it was challenging. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, it was really challenging. Her and him, they didn't know how to break it to me. They obviously wanted to keep me in a loop, and she didn't want our relationship to change. And yeah, but when she told me that, initially I felt like, okay, if anybody can handle something like this and stay focused, it's her. Yeah. And I pray that they all be, you know, as great as she is. You know, she wrote her own book. This is her book right here, by the way. She wrote this book while we were living abroad in Medellin, Colombia. My family and I, we moved out of the country. I was firefighting in Maryland, and we moved out of the country to Medellin, Colombia for a nice extended vacation. And while we were on that vacation, a lot of great things came out of it. My family coming together, becoming more unified, and also this awesome book that you guys need to buy. By Jalesia Malik. It's called Salted Caramel. You can find it everywhere, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, you name it, it's there.
Is it important for them to feel like they're your friend, or you be friends with your child?
To a certain extent. Yeah. Because you want to be in that zone where they feel comfortable enough to tell you things. That's why I say to a certain extent. You know, and if you see a kid flirting with that line, you got to reel them back. You got to let them know, like, hey. And I tell her, like, I'm the parent. Like, I tell her straight up, I'm the parent. You know, pump your brakes, chill out. That's not happening. My wife would tell her, too, if she getting too friendly, getting too familiar, we always just reel her back. Okay. Reel her back so she have that healthy respect for us, as she should. My girls are so loving. Like, Amelia is the next in line. She's my 9-year-old, and she's like a little me running around with locks, you know? Like, she's just, she's intense, she's focused, and we have a really good relationship. We get along really well. We're able to talk about things. She likes to share her views of things with me. I like those. I love those conversations.
So how do you get her to open up? Do you even have that conversation with you? You know, the viewers may want to know, like, because it's hard to, and not everybody equipped with the skills to approach children, to talk to them, and have them, either you're too strict or you're too friendly. Like, how do you find the middle ground?
It's tough. It's challenging, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but what I try to do is I try to get her lower her guard. If that means me being silly, like, oh, Millie, what's going on?
Yeah, that's the approach I use.
Yeah, I go real silly, you know, to get her to drop her guard and say, oh, with that, such and such going on, this happened at school, XYZ. And then I go from there. I always use a way to lower her guard as an in. And then once their guards the defenses are down, you know, they just let you know what you ask. And now you alluded to this earlier about like the different personalities and things like that, and it can never be more true of her. Jalesia is reserved, very focused. Amelia is very similar, focused, and Madison is never know what you're gonna get out of her. It's a crapshoot. And sometimes, like as a parent, like you gotta be prepared for anything.
You know, mothers, they naturally, it's built in. They got the patience and stuff like that. Right. But you,
Nah. I'm like, what? Where did I even come from? Well, Daddy, I was thinking, and she started doing all this, and I'm like, oh, it's over. I need help.
Step by step. And then you got the youngest one after that, right?
All energy, all the time. But she's so affectionate. That's something like my girls. We hug, we tickle, we play, and things like that. She's so affectionate. Anytime I come in the house, oh, Daddy, run up to me, hugging my leg and things like that. Won't let go, and I'm dragging her around the house and things like that. So it's just, it's awesome. It's awesome, and I love our relationship.
What does it mean to be a father to you, man?
Everything, absolutely everything. And I say that, and I learned this young. I wouldn't say I learned this young, but I yearned this probably as a newer father.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be so present in my kids' lives because my father was so absent.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I learned how important it is for me to be active in their lives because I didn't have that.
So, like, how did that affect you, though, man? Your dad not being around, but because a lot of us men, we bottle that up, and we're taught at a young age you can't even show no emotion.
And that's
You're not supposed to care, and your dad not there. That really could affect you to the point where you may not even want a child, or you don't know how to do it.
It's funny enough that you say that. You made a lot of good points in there. I never pictured myself till we got together, my wife and I. Never wanted kids. Never even thought about it. Never crossed my mind. You know what I mean? I was the oldest sibling, so I had to already take care of them, and then my father was around, so I felt some kind of way. Never wanted kids.
So, what would you say are your biggest, the biggest obstacles or challenges? Being a father.
Patience.